Um, One thing I guess I should mention, I've seen some comments about this, in particular, the environmental impact of NFTs. We care a lot about that, which is why we're using a chain called Immutable X, and that chain is carbon neutral. I've shared some resources about it, but essentially, as the technology evolves, obviously the technology is pretty new. Immutable X is a new technology that was released um, fairly recently, within the last year, and it is much more efficient than uh, traditional Ethereum blockchains. So uh, the point there is that it's basically almost as efficient as the servers that run Highrise itself, but it's decentralized and backed by Ethereum. But um, anyway, maybe I can tell you more about the Highrise Creature Club. So if you haven't joined the Discord yet, you should join it. It's been really blown up this week. There's been a really interesting cross section of the Highrise community and the traditional crypto community. I guess nothing's traditional about it since everything is new. Um, and yeah, please give Pat some hearts. Uh, there it goes. Um, and so there's so much enthusiasm about the High Rise Creature Club. I really encourage folks on the platform to join. At the end of this talk, I'm going to make a post to invite people to join the whitelist, which gives early access to be able to mint or purchase one of the High Rise Creature Club creature NFTs. We really want to make sure that High Rise users uh, get access to this collection because um, I'm pretty certain that it's going to sell out very fast. And then after it sells out, the price will be set in the secondary market. I don't know what that price is going to be, but I can share now that we're pricing it quite below what's typical, and especially below given how popular the collection is going to be. And so I want to make sure that people in High Rise, members of High Rise, people who have been around for a long time, have access. So I'll be sharing that after this call. Uh, yeah. Um, so uh, that was kind of what I wanted to summarize about the High Rise Creature Club. Maybe for the people who are new, who haven't heard about it or don't know what it is, I can give a quick summary. It's a collection of 11,111 creature outfits. So you'll be able to wear these outfits inside of High Rise. You'll also be able to wear each individual item of the outfit inside of High Rise. These items are all custom made for the High Rise Creature Club. There will also be 11 one-of-one creatures. These creatures will look super different from everything else. Um, they'll actually look like proper creatures with different backgrounds and things like that. Um, and then you'll be able to buy, sell, trade them wherever you want. Well, in the marketplaces that support them, that support Immutable X. So that'll mostly be the Immutable X marketplace. There's a marketplace called Token Trove, and other marketplaces are adding Immutable X NFTs. So once you get it, you'll be able to buy, sell, trade it wherever you want. And we'll be sharing the flow of how you connect your um, blockchain wallet to Highrise. Noosh is asking, could you talk about the Discord mods who immediately shut down or ban HR users that are anti-NFT? So I don't know if you've noticed, but there was a lot of conversation from a handful of users who were talking um, in opposition to NFTs. That wasn't why there was kind of any kind of banning going on. It's because things started to get really aggressive and harassy. I think it's totally reasonable for people to have concerns, and I'm happy to talk about the concerns, but in a way that's respectful and also in a way that doesn't offend a bunch of other people. I think that's really important. We're kind of all about respect here. There's a question here about how much are the NFTs going to be. Um, the NFTs are going to cost 0.04 Ethereum. So you can go look up the price of Ethereum. I think at those current rates, it should be around 180 bucks to mint it. Remember that the outfit is a collection of multiple items, of which they're all exclusive and all rare. And I can't guarantee this, and don't quote me on this, but it's very likely they're going to be more expensive in the secondary market based on how kind of excited the crypto community is about it. It is random what you get when you buy it. Okay, so there's this comment about 70% female player base enticing men to join. That's just not true. And if you read the Medium blog post, so maybe I'll share a little bit of context. This guy, Elio Trades, who's a fairly well-known crypto YouTuber, he posted a Medium post from his company, Superfarm, that was highlighted with a tweet. In the Medium post, he wrote that they're excited about Highrise bringing in a community of people who are typically not crypto users to make the crypto space more diverse and inclusive. In the tweet, he wrote in parentheses that Highrise has 70% women. The intention of both the tweet and the Medium post, as you can just very clearly read in the Medium post, is, hey, Highrise is making the crypto space more inclusive. That was the intention. You can also watch the YouTube video that he posted yesterday that also calls this out really specifically. We're not advertising the app like that. We're advertising, well, first of all, we're not even doing it, but Superfarm is saying, hey, Highrise is introducing a whole new demographic to crypto. And I don't understand the question about what is this female statistic based on. That data is based on Facebook analytics that we get. It also shouldn't be at all surprising. I think if anybody's played Highrise or used Highrise, I think it's pretty obvious that we're skewed more female than male. I don't know how that's contentious, or what about that is contentious. So I mean, yeah, I don't even know what the concern is about that, but I'm happy to chat more about it if you like. Well, the other thing I guess I'll call out is we take security very seriously. I hope you guys have seen that over the last year. We have literally staffed up our support and trusted safety team to over 15 people. We're growing it every single month, regardless of who joins Highrise. If somebody is a creep, or somebody is inappropriate, or somebody is, God forbid, predatory, our support team takes immediate action. And I think one thing that you've probably seen in Highrise is that nothing has really changed. I mean, if it has, again, like, definitely report it, definitely make sure that it's clearly known. But in general, we're an open and inclusive community that has strong support to ensure that we prevent any kind of bullying, harassment, predatory behavior. What about the gross comments made in this Discord by men wanting to join this game? I'm not really sure which comments you're referring to, but we did have 15,000 people join the Discord. I bet there's one or two bad eggs that I'm sure we banned, and we'll continue to ban anyone who's grossly inappropriate. But to say that, oh, well, 15,000 people joined this Discord and then 3 people or whatever, 2 people said something really inappropriate and then we banned them, to say that then all 15,000 people are somehow predatory or inappropriate, I think is just a stretch. I don't think that's reasonable, candidly. But again, we take that stuff really seriously. If you see something inappropriate, report it. Contact support. Make sure that people are feeling safe. If you are feeling unsafe somehow, if you're starting to get harassed in some way, make sure to contact support, make sure to report it. I'm not seeing it. I've been looking at the data, and I've been looking at the support and the reports. Nothing's really changed. So I don't know. I hope that puts your mind at ease. But in general, we're an open and inclusive community. That's kind of the point. And we have zero tolerance on people who are predatory or harassy. Look, I mean, if people are going to quit because they think that maybe at some point they're going to get harassed, um, I mean, that obviously makes me really sad. Uh, I mean, we take that stuff really seriously. If that does happen, I want them to report it. If that does happen, uh, our support team will act really heavily. It's not happening now, and what you're telling me, I guess, is that people might be quitting because of the possibility that new users who join might be harassing. Um, sorry, I'm not really following what you're saying, but yeah, I'm happy to, Noosh, if you want, by the way, I'm happy to host a conversation with, especially with the people who are really concerned. Maybe we can do it over Zoom or have some other format where we can have like a real conversation about this. Um, Text obviously is a inferior medium. Um, I am really happy to talk about it though. Uh, are we going to change the immediate action of someone false reporting you? What does that mean? I'm not sure what that means, but maybe you can share more details there. Noosh, so I think Patrick is here. He'll follow up with you, but we can set up a Zoom call with the folks who have real concerns. We can talk about them instead of talking about them over text, which again is a poor format and sometimes can feel really aggressive. Um, uh, let's see. Uh, in general, though, I guess what I'll share about the maybe I can share why I am excited about bringing NFTs and blockchain to Highrise. And the reason why I'm excited about it, and I've heard some people say, "Oh, it's all about the money. It's all about the money." Look, if it was all about the money, we would price these NFTs much, much higher. We are pricing it literally at the bottom of the market. That these are the lowest prices of basically any project that has any traction at all. And uh, the reason why we're pricing it so low is because we want the people who end up purchasing these NFTs to make a profit. Um, that's a goal. So, and the question is like, what is the point of NFTs? So, what NFTs enable us to do, and what enable you to do, is connect to the broader economy. So, if you own an NFT, it's now yours. You can do whatever you want with it. If you log into another application, let's say like OpenSea, which is basically the eBay of NFTs, or you log into Token Trove, which is another eBay of NFTs that supports the blockchain that we're using, Immutable X. You can buy, sell, trade, borrow your NFTs. It's essentially, the way to think about it is it's like uh, kind of this invention, the blockchain technology, is property rights on the internet. So before, you didn't really have property rights on the internet. That didn't exist. And what I mean by property rights is if you're at home and you have, let's say you own some object, like you own a book, or, I don't know, or you own a piece of gold. For someone to be able to take that away from you, they would have to come to your house and fight you. And we have laws uh, in most of the countries that people who use Highrise live in where your property rights are secured. They can't come in and take your book or take your piece of gold or whatever it might be. Before blockchain, that didn't exist on the internet. You only had property rights to the extent that a company or some organization that hosted a database told you that you have property rights. So in the case of Highrise, you have a Highrise item only because Highrise says you have an item, right? In theory, we would never do this, but in theory, we could come in and delete that item from your database, and there's not a lot of recourse that you could have. Now, we would never do this, just to be clear. We would definitely never do this. But that's the whole idea. There's no such thing as kind of owning a piece of property on the internet. You only own it to the extent that um, someone is kind of like hosting some centralized database that says that you do. Now, what blockchain does is it's a decentralized database, meaning nobody owns that database. It's owned by basically the world, and it guarantees that you own the thing that you own. And this is really powerful because now that you own this thing, like you own the item separate